Step, it's Test Rugby League, and time to join your commentary team of Te Ropati, Tony Iro, Daryl Halligan and Jason Costigan.
Thank you, Stephen. Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to have your company here this afternoon. Good weather for ducks here in Auckland this afternoon. Very miserable conditions, let me tell you. They are certainly sheltering where they can, the Kiwi supporters this afternoon. This 50th anniversary test match. A lot of interest really, in spite of France's fall from grace in recent times. There are some legends who've donned the black jumper in the past. And a new era of New Zealand Rugby League about to unfold this afternoon. That young man, he'll remember today. Some legends will be born this afternoon. Hoping for a crowd of close to 10,000 today to break even on this tour of the Shaky Isles by the French. Just the one-off test. Undefeated so far, that team. Having won at Christchurch against the South Island combination and a midweek success against the Central Districts at Palmerston North. The French, of course, have struggled in recent times, as we've said. 33 years, in fact, since they last tasted a test victory on Kiwi soil. It's certainly been a long time between drinks for this team. And here they come, the French side led out by their halfback, their playmaker, Fabien Deveschi. A big moment for them. A couple of Kiwi-born players in their ranks as well. We'll come to that later. And a slow walk out onto Ericsson Stadium for the French. And there is Deveschi. Certainly looking forward to this game, the number 7 today. Talking to the French camp during the week. He's gunning for his matchup with Stacey Jones this afternoon.
5, Francis Melly. 6, Cecil Lavia. 7,
France, of course, quarter-finalists at the World Cup last year.
9, Richard Swain.
And now France are on the field, awaiting the arrival of the New Zealand side.
12, Stephen Kearney. 13, Kerry Devanard.
9 survivors from that World Cup quarter-final against the Kiwis last year at Castleford.
16, David Biolicki.
And the New Zealanders certainly keeping the Kiwis waiting. Daryl Halligan.
Yes, they are in a hometown tactic here, always to keep the opposition waiting. Let the French stand out there in the rain for a few minutes while we finish off our preparation inside. Looking for a couple of good things from this French side today. Keep an eye on the winger, Guigay. Penrith having a quick look at him. You might see him in the NRL in the not too distant future.
And also joining us, as always, in the commentary box this afternoon, a very good afternoon to Tony Iro.
Thanks, Costa. I'm really looking forward to today's game and, of course, the introduction of these young Warriors. Most of them from the Auckland Warriors, and there'll be some few butterflies out there today, but they're all in good form, and I'm sure they're looking forward to it.
And now Nathan Kalis moving out of the sheds and down the tunnel. A big moment for him, the Parramatta captain. 7 new caps in this NZ side today. And there he is, Nathan Kalis, one of the youngest Kiwi captains of all time. New captain, a new coach, a new era for New Zealand Rugby League. And to take us through that Kiwi side today, a new look Kiwi side, the baby Kiwis of 2001, Daryl Halligan. We'll go to France first, and there's their side. And to take us through the French side, Daryl Halligan.
Yeah, thank you, Costa. Well, look, the most experienced is at the back, and that's in Bonkay. Guigay and Ools are the wingers. Cornu, Dulac in the centres. Freycineau will be the pivot, and the half will be Deveschi. We've seen plenty of him. In the forwards, and this is where I believe that they'll struggle a little bit. They're without their first 3 starting front rowers. Carasso is the lock, Talek, Vincent in the second row, Sheed and Gagliasso make up the front rowers. Wolf will swing in the middle. Saw, Onsamel, Jampi and Van Snick, coached by Dumas.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And this Kiwi side, of course, led by Nathan Kalis, as we stand up for the national anthems, led, of course, by Nathan Kalis, and he looks in for a long stint in that role.
So we're standing by for the two anthems here at Ericsson Stadium, and all is set for the start. First, we'll hear from the French anthem. And now, God defend New Zealand.
Ladies and gentlemen, singing the New Zealand national anthem, Mr. Lapi Mariner.
Well, the cynics would say the French will need God defending their line today, and not New Zealand. This is a mammoth task. Wizza Freeman, a special moment for him, the most capped Kiwi of all time. 46 tests in all. His first day at the office, in fact. And we stand by now for the haka to be led by Stephen Kearney. One of the most imposing sights in international rugby league, the haka. The French know they are here for one heck of a game.
Here we go.
Tim Mander is the man in charge today. Number 2 referee in Australasia at the moment. With Stephen Clark out injured, Tim Mander in the blue outfit this afternoon.
Don't go early. Stay behind the line.
Was down in the panel before the game. The Kiwis have won the toss. They are running from right to left, defending the southern end of Ericsson Stadium. And Bankay gets us underway. A shallow restart, and the Kiwis caught plenty. Henry Perinara had some problems there, but he took the ball, he kept his eye on the ball. And now Loatiti upfield for the Kiwis. 31 out from his own line. And now going forward is Nathan Kalis. Ball comes out to the back rower, Ruben Wiki, only Canberra player in this Kiwi side today. Inside ball there. And they go forward through Perinara, up to halfway almost, and this is the last coming up for the NZers. They come the left side to Stacey Jones, and he gets plenty of pressure, a charge down, and the tackle counts restarted, and Motu Tani has possession for New Zealand. Swain from dummy half makes about 10 metres, 37 out from the French try line. To Cesar Lavia, gives it to Stephen Kearney, former Kiwi captain.
At 3, roll away.
So effectively, back-to-back sets here for New Zealand. Swain offloading to Jones. And he's swamped by the French defence. Can't slip the ball away. 30 metres out. New Zealand come the left side through Kalis.
Okay, last one.
And now the last for New Zealand. They come the left side to Jones. He gives it to Lavia. Lavia finds Tony coming up from fullback, and he will be shut down on the last. So the French now will get some possession.
Well, apart from that last play of the ball where they actually gave away possession on the 5th tackle, that was a pretty tidy set. Nice couple of sets by the Kiwis. Good hands, safe hands. That's why they wanted. He wanted to get a touch on the ball. Early days and bad conditions. That's what players want.
And speaking of conditions, let's go sideline for the first time this afternoon. Very wet down there. Let's hear from more on that issue with Tirapati.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Very, very wet down here indeed. The rain's been coming down here in Auckland for some 24 hours or so now. So it really is very, very wet. But one thing you know for sure is any day's a good day for rugby league, especially when it's Test rugby league. And you can expect the Tactics to be a good kicking game, as the French have just put in a superb kick there. Expect them to get a good kicking game off the back of Devonshea, their halfback, a very, very good tactical kicker. Expect the Kiwis to go through the basics very, very well, just as they have done in that first set.
Thank you, Tia. And a terrific kick it was there from Freddie Bankay, taking the Kiwis downfield, Darryl, by something like 70 metres.
Yeah, very, very good kick there, and they'll be looking to plenty of that from this French side, Devonshea. Like I say, plenty of experience. Good ball handling in the first opening 2 sets by the Kiwis. See what the French can conjure up here.
So the French have possession. It was a 40-20, and now they swing it away to the centre 3/4. That's Dulac. And he'll play it back, 15 out, comes to the loose forward, the lock forward, Laurent Carousel, and he's 5 metres short. They're queuing up on the blind. Sloppy play the ball. Play on, says Timmy Mander. That's another tackle for France. Now they come the open side. Devonshea swings it back to Cornu, and Cornu is put away 7 metres out. He plays it back there for Giga. He fires the pass to Devonshea, and now across to Fraysanu. Bankay, they swing it to the left, but the ball goes loose. A mistake by France. It is a knock-on, and we will have a scrum with a Kiwi put in.
Well, there was a lot of talk earlier in this match that the French would play a pretty tight game, but going from that set, they're going to swing the ball wide. That time, hands just letting them down a little, pass a little bit behind the player. But I'm glad to see they're coming to play football.
Torpy.
Up, one, stand up.
So that's tackle number 1, and the Kiwis looking for some runners here to get out of that red zone. They find one in Willie Talau.
Up, 2.
Swain sends it on the inside, gives it to Kearney.
On 3.
Getting to his feet now. Ball comes across to Lavia. And going upfield with plenty of gusto there, Ali Loatiti. And now Kalis. Tackle on the 40-metre line. Last tackle coming up for New Zealand. They go the right side to Lavia. And Lavia's kick taken on the full on the far side there by Sylvain Ulez. And the French winger brings it back, shut down by a wall of black and white jumpers.
Yes, well read by Ulzor, and a sloppy play. The ball, Manda says it came off the foot, but you can't tell me the French haven't come here to throw the ball around today. That's their character. You'll see everything here today. They won't be hitting it one up off the ruck too much.
What has impressed me about the French so far has been the speed of their defensive line. It's been a lot quicker than the Kiwis. They're getting plenty of numbers in the tackle as well. And they're doing very well in that area at the same time. It's a bit of a wake-up call, I think, for the Kiwis. I don't think they expected it to be this tough.
So far, so good for France. Down on forward power this afternoon. Couple of props short because of the tour matches and injuries that came out of it. The bomb there from Barncay is a good one. Farfairley has the ball basically stolen, but the Frenchman was offside.
In front of the kicker. In front of the kicker. Good call. That was you, or who was it?
Fraysanu leading the charge there. The penalty goes to New Zealand. And just as well, Henry Farfairley was going to be basically found out there, but they were offside, said Timmy Manda. He must have got a call from the touchy. So the Kiwis almost up to halfway. Perinara offloading to Kalis. And he crosses halfway, does the captain. Kearney running on the left side, loses the ball, and that is a knock-on. Motu Tony playing to the whistle, but not good enough in the eyes of Tim Manda, so we will have another scrum, 35 out from the French try line.
A little bit of a sloppy carry here from Stephen Kearney. However, he is an attacking player, but a good hit there from Artie Sheed, I think it was, coming over, jolting the ball out. These French have come here to play.
Okay.
Artie Sheed played
Nice
for Northcote before finding a home in the French national team.
Up, part one, roll away.
So France 10 metres short of halfway, and they swing it to the left. Heshish and Tuxedo, two of their go-forward men, as I said earlier, missing today. Wolf goes for a gallop from dummy half, and he is also a former New Zealand resident, played for the Mount Albert club in years gone by. Gagliazzo getting to his feet, and now going forward is Vincent. Jerome Vincent does well. Last tackle coming up for France. Fraysanu puts the kick through. Farfairley will have to force it in the end goal. Good chase from France.
Well, they've certainly got their tactics right, the French. On an earlier set, we saw them bombing from halfway. Young Motutoni's only playing a handful of first-grade games. There'll be a few nerves out there. This time, a little chip and a nice one too. Sending Farfairley back. They get some another set, an attacking set on the Warriors' goal line.
Did very, very well there. Henry Farfairley had a nervous touch in the start of the game when that bomb went up. Covered up very well.
So the restart for Tessessa Lavia. Fielded on the bounce by Barncay. And straight away he offloads to Vincent.
Okay, part one, stand up.
35 out the French. They come the right side. And it seems to be getting darker here at Ericsson Stadium. Certainly no sign of bad light stopping play. Gagliazzo, 25 out. Fill-in prop for France today. Deveshi sends it away. And now the second row forward. Talak trying to promote the ball. Very familiar face for a lot of our fans of British Super League, Gail Talak. Sheed, Artie Sheed.
Hold! Last one!
15 metres out, last tackle coming up for France. They go the left side. Carasso puts a kick through, and it's too much weight on that one. They'll come back to the 20-metre line, so the pressure off the Kiwis for the time being. Swain looking for a tap restart, a quick one, but that kick just too deep. Francis Melly on the return.
Very, very good set there from the French side, who do seem to have some structure about their game. It was just a bit long and went into goal. Good to see Melly get in there and get a touch in his first test, get rid of those nerves.
Now Torpy from dummy half. Kalis leading from the front. And they come the right side. Jones with a kick down field, turns Barncay around, and it goes touch in goal. So a good result there for the tourists. Still no score here at Ericsson Stadium. 10 minutes gone or thereabouts. The start of the Harvey Norman International Test Series as the rain continues to tumble here. So the French now 25 out from their own line, looking for runners. And some heavy tackling going in there from the Kiwis. Ball control, even Stevens thus far. Going forward now is Gagliazzo. 7 short of halfway, the French. Now they swing it to the left. Carousel gives it on to Talek. And a penalty here for a high tackle, is it? Or for... Yes, it is a high tackle. And Clinton Torpy there, the man at fault.
Yeah, just wrong-footed a little bit there, Torpy. Just stuck his hand out. He's been very good form defensively, Clinton, and he'll be wanting to keep that form up. He's been one of the spines of this Warriors side and very improved player. And just rewards picked for this Kiwi side as France attack on the Warriors 29.
Ball comes across now to Vincent. 15 out, France. Will they score first? Now it comes across to the halfback, Debussy. And they keep the ball alive, France. Freysenou. Not sure where to go, the 5'8". Now from dummy half, Wolf. Turns it on the inside to Sheed. They offload the ball again. Wolf keeps the ball alive. Now it comes across to the halfback. Debussy, the captain, trying to spark the French. 12 metres out. 12 minutes gone. They go the left side. Barncay, that pass looked forward, and Timmy Mander got a quick call, and a good call at that.
Well, it definitely was a forward pass. But what about this French side? Aren't they great? They're moving the ball around, subject to the conditions. That's the first mistake I think they've made. We've had 12 minutes of play. You would have expected a couple of balls to go down.
Well, look at the numbers they're getting too. They're supporting each other. The ball carrier's got plenty of numbers around them. And the Kiwis at the moment are just scrambling a bit in defence.
So the Kiwis straight away spin the ball to the left side of the field.
Up one.
Torpy getting to his feet on the 10-metre line. Motutani at fullback, offloading to Talau. On the inside, Mally's got it now. And a mistake. Francis Malley comes up with a fumble.
Take control of the ball.
Big run here from Francis Mealy. He thought he was through. A little hand helped it out there.
Definitely a helping hand.
Yes, can go either way.
Hang on to Reuben. Hang on to Reuben. No, Steve, hang on to Reuben. In you go. You get in.
Debussy to work the scrum for France. Freysenou. And now to Cornu.
Up one. Stand up.
19 metres out, France. A fumble there, knock on. Laurent Carrasco coming up with the mistake early in the tackle count.
Well, he just took his eye off the ball, didn't he? Saw Ruben Wiki lined up against him. Had a look.
Okay, bind properly.
Dropped the ball. We'll see plenty of that today. Tough conditions for these players. The Kiwis just warming into them.
Hold it.
And the lights are blazing here at Ericsson, and away goes Henry Perinara. No one wants to tackle him. Good run from Perinara on debut today. Kalis. Good run from Nathan. 43 metres out from the French try line. Loatiti goes forward.
On three.
Round the bootlaces was Wolf. Lavia holds the pass up for Malley. He goes back in field. He had nowhere to go, really. 15 out. Here come the Kiwis. Tackle number 4. The ball gets shifted to Kearney. Jones holds the pass up. Gives it to Tony. Motu Tony now. Evasive. Got it back to Jones. Kick over the top. Barfield, he's coming through. Can't get the bounce. It goes over the sideline.
Opportunity gone begging there, and Perinara makes a big fuss from the scrum. Barfield had his hand waving around in the air, looking for a try on debut. Ball bounces into touch there. Keep the pressure on the French.
He had a few numbers outside him then, Stacey, and maybe a short ball to Clinton Torpy was the right option.
So France now with the job of getting downfield.
Up one. Roll away. Ali.
Barncay getting to his feet. And the Kiwis piling in defence.
Stand up. Wait for it. Hey, Richard,
Cornu playing it back. And going upfield now. Carrasco looking to make up for that mistake upfield earlier. Plays it on the 30-metre line. This is Wolf.
On forward.
Vincent Wolf.
Going early.
Played in that World Cup quarter-final against the Kiwis last year at Weldon Road. And the ball's been spilt by the French. The Kiwis have got it. The locals certainly love that. Still no score. 15 gone here at Ericsson. Wiki. 29 out. We watched the replay, and jolting defence it was from New Zealand. Loatiti up the middle he goes. They shut him down. No chance of slipping the ball there. Lavia holds the pass up for Kearney. Kearney couldn't get wound up too much there.
All the way across. Watch the ball there, back up.
And he's lost it.
Yeah, I agree.
Stephen Kearney losing the ball.
No. Have a look, mate.
Well, it was interesting just before you hear Timmy Manda. I don't know if you picked it up on TV. He said, "Come on, boys, not a penalty here." He was talking about the French and them getting in line. Look, he's a little bit of interference there. Gary Freeman, our new test coach. Any fingernails left? Have you started smoking?
Wait for it there, wait for it there.
I don't think he's going to follow in the footsteps of Tommy Radonicus. Not just yet anyway, Darryl. France have got it. Fraysanu, the 5'8", getting to his feet. The Kiwis getting through 79 tackles so far. France 68.
Well, they might have made less tackles than the Kiwis, but there were some worrying signs in that last set for the Kiwis, for the French.
On three.
Struggling to get back on side, and as Darryl mentioned, Tim Manda calling the French players back. And there's just a few of them struggling out there. They've done well so far, but after 15 minutes of tough football, it's just beginning to show a little.
Now France working it from dummy half. Wolf sends a pass away, but it's been spilt. The Kiwis have got it far, fairly offloading to Tony. And from broken play, look at him go. Not to Tony. The only player in this Kiwi side not to play in the World Cup last year, igniting Ericsson Stadium. Inside ball from Jones there. Found Kalis. 15 out. Here come the Kiwis. Swain. You can smell a try. Knocked back is the call from Manda. 10 metres out, New Zealand. They'll go the right side. Swain from dummy half. Gives it to Loatiti, looking to barge his way over.
Held 3.
2 metres short, Big Ali. Swain gives it to Jones. Jones now got it to Kalis, and the pass has travelled forward. France have got it once more. Still no score here at Ericsson in this one-off test, this 50th anniversary test match between the Kiwis and the French.
Have a look.
Well, the French, they might have been getting tired, but this ball from Stacey Jones here heads off to the captain, Kalis. Now, there's 3 Kiwi players there. They all got on each other's road. French come up with the ball.
On 3.
So France now again calling on some willing workers.
On 4.
Pascal Juppy playing the ball back. One of the more experienced players in this French outfit. This is Romain Saw. So Gilles Dumas is certainly giving the bench a workout already, Tia Rapati.
Certainly is, and the 2 fresh men are on there at the moment. Artie Sheets, the man has been replaced just in the last set, and he really has, fellas, really been impressive out there as well.
Almost a successful charge down there for the Kiwis as we see Fraysanu go from dummy half. Good tackle there from Tony at the back. France now on a bit of a roll. Going upfield and breaking tackles is Van Kay.
Let it go.
Played 21 tests for the French. Vincent through the first line. Now lost the ball. Knocked back there against the Kiwi prop forward, Loatiti. And the Kiwis come away with it. But Vincent there, Darryl, really showing up the Kiwi defence.
Well, it was great, wasn't it? They're throwing the ball around and they're finding a few holes in around the ruck, and a little bit of a tiring Kiwi side as well. As Farfili comes this side of the field, right from the other, to other wing, and Mealy's
miles away, and he's got support. Francis Malley. Good tackle there. Freddie Barnkay, take a bow. He did the job for France there. Malley.
On 2. Bring it back all the way.
Swain gives it to Kearney. Jones looking to offload to Kalis, takes the tackle. 29 out.
Come back.
Swain gives it to Kearney. Kearney stumbles, falls over, gets up again, offloads, one-handed dish back to Lavia, and Lavia gives it to Siu, who has his first run up field. Big Jerry. plays it back, 10 out. Swain from dummy half. Swain spots a bit of a hole, and they are offside. Manda played the advantage rule there. There was none.
Not before time either, because they've been calling that for the last 5 minutes. The French players, like I said, slow to get back. And Stacey Jones will continue the attack.
See you. So they've opted to look for the 4-pointer, not the 2 that was on offer. Swain from dummy half gives it to Kalis. Kalis loses it. Knock on against France. Should be 6 to go. There's an overlap. They will score. Kearney across the big. Willie Talau. There's the first try. Willie Talau crashes over. There was a huge overlap, and the Kiwis post the opening try.
Well, we can see the French defence struggling for the last 5 minutes up here. Stacey Jones could see it on the field as well. He opted to go, take the penalty, and run the ball instead of go for the kick, and it's paid off because they had plenty of numbers here on the right-hand side. And after a little bubble by Nathan Kalis, the French defence were outnumbered, and Steve Kearney, too much experience. Willie Talau, too close to line. That's a try for me, boys.
Oh, very much so. Kalis here looks to pass. The ball gets hit down by Bonke, who's been good in defence. Little kick here. Puts the ball out the back. And Willie Talau, well, he could have offloaded to his debutant Francis Mealy on the wing from this play here. But Willie says, boys, if I get this close, I'm strong enough. You'll see him in just a minute. I can do this. Bang, out of my road. Got a habit of scoring tries in the black and white jersey. Here's our Willie Talau.
8 test tries for Willie Talau, and the kick at goal coming up for Tasesa Lavia. 5 in from touch, and he's hooked it to the left. So no change to that score. Willie Talau scoring the first try. New Zealand over France here in this 50th anniversary test match, 4-0. And don't forget, stats live online this afternoon at skytv.co.nz. Timmy Manda giving a few secrets away there. Centre field waiting for this restart. A short kickoff on the cards, but it's drilled downfield nice and deep, taken on the full by Jones. And Kalis brings it back.
Stick to refereeing, Timmy Manda. Guessing what they're doing.
See you. Good run. Made an easy 10 there. They come the left side. Kearney's got it. Kearney goes straight through. Non-existent defence. Perenara, they'll score another try here, surely. Motu Tony. It was a great tackle from Barn K. 1-on-1. Now the pass comes across to Willie Talau, the try scorer, to Malley. Back in field goes the winger.
On 4.
That's tackle number 4, and they're about 7 out. Richard Swain quickly gives it across to Lavia. Jones has got it. Puts the kick through. Coming through is Perenara, and Henry can't get there. They force it, the French.
Well, hats off to Frederic Bonke, the French fullback, because he saved a certain try there. Shepherded Lavia and young Motu Tony and managed to cut the ball down. And even Tim Manda was mildly surprised at the Kiwis bombing that one.
Oh, it was very, very good. What we needed to see there was Perenara just take Banke out of play a little bit, and Motu Tony was under the post on debut.
When you're ready, mate.
So the Kiwis are denied for the time being. Here is Perenara straight away getting the ball. Not the best restart there from France. They're 20 out, the Kiwis. Kalis calling for it and gets it.
Up play 2. Roll back. Wait here.
Swain links up with Jones. Pass goes across to Wiki, playing on that right side.
Come back.
Kalis trying to get the arms free. Got it away too. Motu Tony lurking there, looking for a try on debut. Lavia. Talau loses it. Good defence there. Fraysanu aiming up for France, and he forces the mistake. The French have got it. Oh, they've made a meal of it there on the first. A big knock on. Eric and Selma coming up with the mistake.
Well, here we are here from dummy half, just trying to get involved. El Selma Very unfortunate. I'd just like to see this Kiwi team get a little bit deeper in attack. Very, very flat, playing the ball at the line.
So the put in for the Kiwis. They might score from the scrum base here. Perenara looking very dangerous. 5 metres out. Jones has got it. Links up with Siu. Looking to bullock his way over. 4-0 at the moment. The Kiwis over the French. 3 metres out. They go to Jones. Jones with the step. Shut down by Talek. Right in front of the sticks or thereabouts. The pass goes across to Lavia. And the ball's been lost. Backwards, in fact. Torby's got it. Now it goes across to Farfeely. Tony, they're going backwards, the Kiwis. The French are pushing them back. The Kiwis throwing the ball around, though. Now it comes to Kalis. Kalis gives it to Jones. The wrap around Lavia. Wiki. Siu. Here's trouble. They got it back to Lau. Kearney. Great rugby league. Sensational try. Stephen Kearney, the former Kiwi captain, over the whitewash. A marvellous try. The second for the Kiwis. It's 8-0 kick to come.
Well, it was like a game of touch footy. There was 4 Kiwis standing out on this left-hand side of the field trying to get this try. We saw the ball spread right across the field. Swain will pick this up, move it wide. Kalis, he's seen plenty of ball. And here it is. There's the money ball here. Jerry Siu taking it to the line, feeds it back. Willie Talau, good hands, and Stephen Kearney had 3 outside him, didn't need them. He'll share his 29th birthday tomorrow with a try.
Well, they get the ball alive, the Kiwis. Plenty of hands and plenty of numbers. They've pressured the French line for the last 5 minutes or so. That error a minute ago from Anselma on his goal line didn't help. And the Kiwis' pressure just beginning to show a little bit now.
And the kick for goal is waved away once more. Kearney's try is unconverted. So it remains 8-0, the Kiwis over the French here at Ericsson.
Well, might have to take young Cecil Lavia a new kicking tee. What do you think, Costa?
I think you should get one in the mail. Stephen Kearney, 8 test tries for the Kiwis. And a survivor from that 1995 test match at Palmerston North. Restart for Barn K. And the ball trapped there by Henry Farfeely. Kalis has got it. Tell you what, he's not bad with his commentary, is Tim Mander. We could always look at a change in career after refereeing, Darryl.
Well, I think he's just struggling to get the communication going with his French side. He's doing his best.
Siu. There he is, man in charge today. Torpy. And they keep it alive. Talau's got it. Now the Kiwis swing it to the right. Lavia's got it. Across to Jones. Jones with the kick. And he turns the French around. Giga has to rush back towards the end goal. There's trouble here for France. Good tackle, good chase. And those French players are very, very slow to get back on side. The Kiwis hurting, punishing in defence. Very tight. Very compressed, that Kiwi defensive line. Now a clearing kick. France are going nowhere. Barnkay has to resort to the kick, and it's a massive kick. Farfeely gets it on the bounce. Good chase from him. 25 out. Now he improves the Kiwi field position. He centralises play. And now he's put away. 35 out from his own line.
How valuable is this man Bankay to this French side? They had 4 tackles there and went absolutely nowhere. He's kicked the ball from his 10-metre line and pushed them way back, the Kiwis, into their own half. Tero Party, how do you see it?
Oh, he's got a superb kicking game, and it really has got them out of trouble on a number of occasions. They really will need to look to his kicking game to keep them in this game, because field position is what it's all about for these guys as the match progresses. They are starting to fall off tackles, and there is some trouble in that area for them. Both Matty Rua and Monty Beetham are both on the field for the Kiwis now. That spells more danger for the French.
Thank you, Tia. Lavia.
Tackle 4.
Taken centre field, 32 out.
No, just buy it, Seth.
Jones has got it on the inside. Beetham.
Okay, last one.
And Beetham shut down. On the last coming up now for New Zealand. They go the left side. Levia's got it. Dummies for a bomb. Now goes back towards the ruck. Now the bomb. The up and under. Farfeely's coming through. He can leap. Good leap it was. Batted back for Jones. He could go all the way. No, he shut down. The passes on the inside. And the French have got it now. Finally. In fact, New Zealand have got it, have they?
Let me tell you, Bouquet put in a try saver.
And it wasn't the first either. A bit of a juggling act there from Ruben Wiki. And now he loses the ball. Was there a helping hand? No, says Timmy Mander. And the French have got it through Cornu.
Okay, let it go, stand
Well, the score should be 20-0 at the moment. Young Bouquet up the back wasn't playing for the French. And if Penrith are looking at Renu Gig, they should be looking at this fullback as well, because he's having a great game.
And we see Wiki there losing the ball. The ball security not the best. Appealing to the referee. Unsuccessful though. So France have got it. 23 out, and again they're struggling to get some sort of penetration. Bouquet is the man they go to once more. Again, a massive kick downfield. Just as well for France. Motu Tony having some problems at the back. Now he steadies himself across field like a mud crab. Links up with Malley. And Malley now puts on the gas. Malley upfield, still going, goes around the outside. Beautiful play. Back to Talau. Talau looking to go Kapow, but he's shut down. Just as well for France. And again it was Bouquet. Here come the Kiwis. Rua. Going upfield, New Zealand now. 22 out, the Kiwis. Levia on the inside. See you. Kalis will score. No, forward pass.
Yes, no doubt about it, a little forward pass there. But the Kiwis absolutely butchered a try here. Willie Talau did all the good work and stood on the sideline from the return of play. It came this way, merely a great run, fit inside. Just needed to pass the ball. Big Jerry Siu. Captain Courageous Nathan Kalis thought he was in.
Well, he's really made an impact when he's been on the field, Jerry. He's hit the ball up strongly, looking to offload. And look at those missed tackles now for France, 17. They've really added up. There are probably 10 of those in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Hang on, get in there.
That abacus could get very full by full time.
Hold! Let it go, quick.
But at the moment, it's an 8-point ball game. 7.5 away from half time.
On two, a little bit lower. France
have held on. They haven't had much valuable possession at the other end of the field.
Mark a square, Jerry.
So they're 25 out from their own line, and they shifted this time to the right. And look at the punishing defence there from the Kiwis. And a penalty going too far.
Keep going. That was a great tackle.
It was a great tackle. My word, it was. Matt Rua take a bow. It was an absolute bone rattler.
Well, don't penalise them then. It was a great tackle. This French side, they continue to hang in there. Look at this. Beautiful.
So Bouquet has found touch on this western side. Going forward now for France is Sheed. 5 short of halfway, the prop forward. The Kiwis creeping inside the 10. Mander lets play continue. France go backwards. Pascal Jumpy playing it back. Now France crossing halfway.
Back. No, Jerry, get out, you're not square.
Now they shift it to the right.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter.
Freysenu. Nice work there from France. Getting to his feet now is Vincent. 40 out, the tourists. Darting run from dummy half. Improves France.
No penalties.
Good run it was. And now the up and under. Bouquet. He's their go-to man. Pressure on Farfeely. The ball's been jolted free. And play on is the call from Mander. Torpy's got it 20 out from his own line.
Well, a bit more pattern to that French set, and they did well putting the bomb up. I think their wing was well offside anyway, so it would have been a penalty of the Kiwis. But the Kiwis take it back. The French playing a very short defensive line, and the Kiwis have been exploiting that, making plenty of yards when they're set to 6.
Come back.
Yes, this has been a much improved first half performance by the French. Last time these two sides met, it was 30-0 at half time. Peter Mulholland on the coaching staff at Penrith has certainly helped their cause, stiffening up their defensive line. Kick downfield, Barnkay's got it. He's had a wow of a game so far. Loses the ball, his first mistake, and now New Zealand will score to Cecil Lavia with an absolute gift try. It came from a mistake. Barnkay with the knock-on, and Lavia makes them pay.
Well, I don't know if we need any comments here. We'll just listen to Timmy Mander. You might have heard him. He said, oh, brilliant. And over they went. Cecil Lavia. Well, here's a mistake here. Great tackle by Richard Swain. The ball popped up. Big Ali Lautiti, he'll scoop on it. Picks it up. One-man tackle, always get an arm-free Ali, as he does. Cecil Lavia. Only 10 out. How easy is that, Cec?
Well, Barnkay saved 3 or 4 tries already today, so we'll allow him that mistake. As the Kiwis come in, he dropped the ball here, Barnkay. He had no numbers getting back to help him. There's a couple of props there, but they were offside. And Ali Lautiti gets a ball away in the top NRL games. He had no trouble getting away one there.
So to Cecil Lavia, looking to convert his own try, has been banished to the Bundy Gold Cup in Queensland with Northern Suburbs. Looking for his first goal of the afternoon, and he's online at last. He raises the flags. Another 2 points to the Kiwi cause. They lead France 14-zip. Kalis getting a spell. And a well-deserved break at that. Barnkay coming up with that mistake and effectively costing his side 6 points. Another restart for the French. So we've got about 3 minutes to go before half-time. Lautiti. Good carry from him. Siu. Proving a handful as well. Almost up to halfway, the big fella. Rua. 39 out, the Kiwis. Will they score again before the interval? Swain thinks so. Throws a pass on the inside. It's scooped up. Matt Rua's got it. Picks up the dregs okay. And he promotes the ball for Jones. Jones now stepping and darting and weaving. Now he's sandwiched by the French defence. Last tackle coming up for the Kiwis. Perhaps an up and under coming up now from Lavia. That's exactly what they do. Some pressure here on Giga, the winger. He loses it. And play on, says Timmy Mander, just checking with his linesman there. France have got it. Barnkay now.
Francis Mealy getting up high for the ball there with Willie Talau towing it ahead, all a bit scrappy there. This French side got out of trouble. That bomb had plenty of air on it.
Dulac on the 20-metre line, trying to milk the penalty. Didn't fool Mander. They've lost it cold now, France, and quickly the Kiwis swing it to the left. Lautiti getting those legs pumping like pistons. 19 out, the Kiwis. They go to Jones. Now comes across to Matt Rua. 10 metres out, New Zealand. Looking for try number 4. Swain holds the pass up. Wiki getting to his feet. They go the right side. Lavia, Jones, dummies, takes the tackle. They're 5 metres short, New Zealand. The pass comes to Lavia. Little grubber in behind the line. And once again, the French hold out.
Not only hold out, but they have a very, very good defensive line. It is spread right across the park, and I know that it's behind on the missed tackles, but I'll take my hat off to this French side. When they do get their defensive line set, it's hard to get through.
And they're benefiting a bit from a bit of doubt in the Kiwis' minds about what to do. There's probably more half gaps than they're used to, half breaks out there than a lot of these players in the Kiwi side are used to, and they're just having trouble taking advantage of it at the moment.
Last tackle coming up now for the French. Again, they go to Barnkay, and it was a terrible pass, and that's a bad mistake there from the French. Barnkay couldn't get away from the defence, and the Kiwis have got it here. An ideal platform for them Really basic rugby league. A sloppy pass it was from Vincent Wolfe. Jones links up with Talau. Scored the first try. Gives it to Francis Malley. 2 metres out. Here come the Kiwis once more. Lavia to Jones. Puts the kick through. Coming through in numbers. The Kiwis have scored. Monty Beetham, I think, has grounded it. They will check with the video referee. Celebrations all around. They look pretty confident, the Kiwis.
You get it?
On debut here, Monty Beetham, one of the most improved players I've seen this year. Very creative around the dummy half area. Shows a good chase. Was he onside? Did he ground the ball properly? The two questions that are going to be asked.
He's always onside. Well, Stacey Jones had a quick look at the clock, saw there was only 5 seconds left. I think he's okay. This should be a 4-pointer. There was just enough pressure there to score a try. Flashy New waves it away. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's okay. Despite the efforts of Arno Dulac, I think Monty Beetham has scored a try and debut. They're just checking for the offside here.
The code of silence will tell you that we're all unsure. Must go in the attacking play, in the attacking favour. I'd imagine this will be a try.
So Timmy Mander just awaiting confirmation, so to speak. Beetham can't understand all the fuss. And now Mander awards the try. It is given. So the Kiwis get try number 4. And Beetham gets a spell, so to his teammates, because that is half time. It is now 18-0. And it'll be 20-0 very, very shortly.
Fair indication of this first half of rugby league. Perhaps the Kiwi side should have been up by about 20 points in the first 20 minutes. This French team just starting to fade at the moment. Cecil Lavia will have no problems with this.
Simple kick for Lavia. And no problem for him. So Lavia converts the Beetham try at half-time. It's all New Zealand. They lead the French 20-0 in this 50th anniversary test match in Auckland. Thank you, Stephen. So far, so good for the Kiwis. Jerry Siu among those on debut this afternoon. Motu Tony getting the ball back on the sand for the restart.
No starts.
Mander signals time on. We are back underway, the second 40 of this anniversary test match. And here come the French.
Okay,
Devashy looking to marshal the troops. Wolf finds a runner. That's Carrasco. Up to the 20-metre line. A lot of new faces in this French side. Artie Sheed is one of those. Some sort of renaissance happening in the game back home, but with hits like that, they've got plenty to do. Now a clearing kick. That's been their saviour so far this afternoon. Motu Tony bringing it back. Fair sense of urgency. Gives it straight away to Farfeli, and he is tackled 35 out from his own line.
Just initially noticed a lot of talk on this Kiwi side as we start the second half. Are you down there, Tia? Was there a call from Gary Freeman to set them a task this half? What was called?
Yeah, one of the things that Gary Freeman would have been asking them would be to lift the enthusiasm levels, to show a bit more commitment and really take and seize some of the opportunities that have been in front of them. Jules Demar, on the other hand, just wants his side to go through and complete some basics which have really let them down in this half. Although in saying that, DJ, my French isn't so good, so he could have been asking them anything.
Okay, flip the mask.
Tia, you're not alone. Last tackle coming up for the Kiwis. Jones has got it, goes to the air, and coming through is Lavia. Some pressure on Barnkay, hits the upright. Anything can happen. The French have lost it, 6 to go. Beetham's got it. Got a ball away, Tony. Motu Tony will score. Great ball from Monty Beetham. And the youngster at the back gets a 4-pointer adjacent to the sticks. It's 24-0.
Yes, well, Tia, my French isn't that good either, but... And I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for a try on debut. Here comes the ball. It's ripped out in the tackle, and Mutu Tony, very, very good on his feet, gets in low over the try line. Won't he be happy?
Well, a test debutant finished the scoring in the first half, Monty Beetham. There's another one. It was from a well-judged and very lucky kick from Stacey Jones, hitting the post. A number of Kiwis could have scored there. Jerry did well to rake the ball out on a 1-on-1, and Motu Tony's feet from then on led him directly to the try line, and he was too quick and too toey.
And the kick for goal is online. A try and debut for that young man. He counts his blessings. It's all New Zealand. They lead France 26-0, the try being converted. So the Kiwi fans, they'd be pretty content at this point in time. Another restart for France. Could be a sign of things to come. Loatiti on the return. Now it comes to Siu. Two go forward men from the Warriors. Back-to-back hit-ups from them. Now they shift it to the left side. And Rua's got it. And he's a handful as well. He got a ball away. Well, it should be a penalty. Well, that was my next point. Perhaps it happened at the same time. Manda called held. Rua, he was keen to get the ball away.
Well, this is just one of those decisions. The playing the ball, he hasn't heard the word held. He plays on. He's got to go with this call, the ref.
France have won the ball from the scrum, and straight away they swing it across to Barnkay. Probably been their best player so far. Saved at least a couple of tries. They come the left side. The ball comes on the inside there to Pascal Jumpy. And he holds it with that one hand, rather precariously. Taken by Beetham. Wolf's a dummy half. He finds a runner. That's the lock forward. Carrasco. He kept the ball alive too. Going forward now, Jumpy. One of the veterans in this French national side. The ball shifted across the back line now. Barnkay. And a terrible pass. Shocking ball to Giga on the far side. And he knows it.
Well, they've lost all sense of pattern, this French side, and that time Gig, LBW, not even that, he's missed his legs and everything.
Certainly clean bowled. They're at least still trying to throw the ball around though, the French, and that's one thing you must take your hat off to them for.
So the scrum forming on the 40-metre line of New Zealand. Lavia's got it. Gives it on to David Violecki. Starting the second half, the Parramatta centre or fullback, quite versatile. Beetham. Up to halfway is Monty.
On the line. Go hands in there.
Wiki. Plenty of thrust there from the Canberra Raider. Jones. Cross to Lavia with the step. Very elusive to Cesta Lavia. Got a ball away as well. Siu. Jones. Back for Motu Tony. He pins the ears back.
Get off.
18 out. Swain goes himself. Now gives it back to Tony. Cut out pass across to Farfeli. The wraparound. No, he goes back infield. Jones. Chopped down. Good tackle, Carrasco. Last tackle for the Kiwi. Swain into the end goal. And it's been forced. Some interesting observations there from Timmy Manda. Dulac, he wasn't going to get snotted. He forced it.
Well, it was like a game of touch football, wasn't it? The result was to get the ball in the end goal. Timmy Manda nearly gets in the road, and you hear him, he nearly got snotted. Some more pressure for this French side, who are coping only just.
starts.
Second drop out of the game for France. And 7 minutes gone in the second half. 26-0 here at Ericsson. See you. On the return, 25 out.
Jerry, on your foot.
Test coming up here for the French. Loatiti up the middle, testing their mettle.
Roll away. No hands.
Looking for a clean play the ball, Timmy Mander. Swain got a pass away to Beetham with the step. Still going, Monty Beetham. 5 metres out. See you. Charging at the line, just short. Good defence from France. And now back for Beetham. He got a ball away. Lavia, Jones, now cross to Wiki. Torpy, they will score. No! He went for the intercept, the French winger. Good work there from Ulez.
It was Dulac, and it was a try saver.
Ulez coming up out of the line, doing the job. It was a big backline play from the Kiwis. And here really, I suppose he had to go for the intercept there. They tell me he's off to Penrith after this tour, the young French winger. Going to line up for the Panthers in the jersey flag for the rest of the season. He certainly saved the day there for France.
He was off down the other end of the field if he'd caught that.
Now the Kiwis shifted to the left. Torpy's got it, comes back the right side, stepping. Looking to catch up with a couple of tired forwards. Right in front of the sticks. They're 12 out, the Kiwis. Swain on the inside to Siu. Can't slip the pass. Talek helping out in the defensive work there for France. Going forward now is Rua.
On three, stand up.
Couple of metres out is Matty Rua. Lavia's got it. Now it comes to Jones. On the inside goes Wiki. Jones, Torpy, kept it alive. Jones, he's the link man. He's certainly supporting the ball carrier. And now the play breaks down.
Well, they've had plenty of ball, the Kiwis.
Number 3.
In this last couple of sets of 6, but they just can't penetrate this French defence, which is scrambling well. But at the same time, the Kiwis are taking a few wrong options, Daryl.
Well, they are all getting a little bit scrappy at times, isn't it? And poor Stacey's trying and he's weaving, doing his magic. It's just not coming off. A little bit of composure here. And I'm sure you'll see the boys across the line.
Second rowers, make sure you're binding. Oh, hang on, we've got a ball. Where are we?
Well, Devonshire has the ball.
Bend the backs. Let's go.
Ball control certainly favouring the home side. And this is Ulez coming in off the left wing. Cornu just out of the red zone.
Wait, fellas. Don't go early.
30 minutes to go. It's New Zealand leading France 26-zip. And the big tackles just keep on coming.
No. On 4.
Strong defence there from Ruben Wiki.
Let's wait.
And now looking to get a clearing kick away. Not the best kick there. And it'll bounce favourably here for the French, possibly. Coming through is the centre three-quarter. Dulac, he gets a favourable bounce, a perfect bounce, a great try to France. They're finally on the board. Here at Ericsson, he'll check upstairs for the offside.
Came into play.
But from up here, it looked pretty good.
Oh, boom, for sure. This will be a try. The French out of nothing. Some indecision at the back there.
French.
Yeah, and Dulac took full advantage of it.
Just wait there.
Fafili's been so good under the high ball this year. And on this occasion, him and Mototoni looked at each other and said, it's yours. The French, though...
Well, they are offside.
They are offside by a long way. So a let-off for Gary Freeman's Kiwis.
It was entertaining, though, wasn't it? Look here. They've actually been in front of the kicker all afternoon, these French outside backs. But look, there's 2.5 metres there, getting a start. Get away with what you can, but you won't get away with it here, I wouldn't imagine.
Video referee.
Video referee today is Neville Kesher.
What's happening, Neville? Okay, and they came into play there, didn't they? Yep. So we got a no try?
And judging from what we can hear, it sounds like
Neville, no try
it'll be a
penalty.
red light.
Okay, where are we going to go up there?
Well, we certainly picked it. It was as clear as day. Disappointment for the French bench. No change to the score. It remains New Zealand 26-0 over France. So it's a penalty to the Kiwis. And that is where the ball bounced. So that's the reason why the kick for touch was taken on the 30-metre line. So the Kiwis coming upfield, some 65 metres. Swain's got it, takes the tap restart, and here's Siu. Bumps off one. The crowd love that. 30 metres out, the Kiwis with their tails up. Beetham.
Come back. Come back.
Swain gives it to Jones. Jones looking for support. Got it back to Kearney. Stephen Kearney now with a step. Goes up the middle. Put away, 12 metres out. Kalis gives it to Siu. Pressure pass on young Tony. Jones, Lavia, spun around. And again, they keep the ball alive. Knock back, that's okay. They're on the 20-metre line. Beetham gives the pass to Jones, chip over the top. It's gobbled up there by the winger, Giga, and France have the ball. 5 out from their own line.
Well, he read that very well, Gig. He saw that Stacey Jones, there was a bit of space behind him. He covered the fullback well because Bunkay was up on the line. So they've done well. The Kiwis, once again, just falling down a bit, just getting in each other's way. And that's one area that Gary Freeman will be a little disappointed in.
Wait for it.
So France now out of that red zone at long last, but already the last tackle is upon us. And some pressure there on the kicker. That's the captain, Devashy. He got it away, and there's a chase on, but Tony's got it. Too quick. And he's tackled by the French chasers.
Wait for it.
Plays it back to Henry Farfeely. Torpy. Got a pass away to Francis Melly, trying to stand up his opposite number. Good defence there from young Giga on the far side. Matty Rua crosses halfway.
Back up, come on.
Kalis. Been very solid on debut as Kiwi captain today. Lavia to Jones. Now across field. Forward pass. Well, Monty Beetham, he thought otherwise. He was away. The pride of Papatoe looking for try number 2.
Don't know if I can agree with this. It was flat. We'll see it here from Stacey Jones. Well, hardly the camera's in the wrong angle. We'll have to give Manda the benefit of the doubt. Beetham throws it away in disgust.
Well, he got a call from the touch judge. Manda thought it was good.
Okay, bind.
But that's what they're there for, and this time they helped out.
26 minutes remaining. And going for a gallop there is Ulez.
Here's the mark, fellas.
Again coming in off the left wing. Bruising defence again from New Zealand. Siu leading the charge there on Gail Talek. And he's been hurt in that tackle, has Talek. Cornu up to halfway, the centre 3/4. Now they swing it to the left. Big backline move from France. And was it obstruction? No. It comes across now to Ulez. And he's given a penalty to the Kiwis for obstruction. Well, for a minute I thought he was going to let play continue.
Totally agree with you there, Costo. Every right to be a little bit confused. Initially called play on. Saw the damage and they're away down the side. He decided to call it back.
The Kiwis wasting no time. They've found touch. 20 metres out from the French try line. Siu back for Swain. Kalis lost the ball on the first and France have got it. Freddie Bunkay.
1-0.
That's 0 tackle count being signalled there. 26 missed tackles by the tourists. And it can only get worse for them.
Well, they've also made about 60 more tackles in the process. And that mistake by Nathan Kalis was welcome relief for the French. Little structure now to their play. Plenty of dummy half runs. They really haven't got much left. But for one thing they are doing, they're toughing it out. They're tough kids, and they're fighting on.
And they're finding out the hard way too, these kids. France on a hiding to nothing. Look at this for a shot. Huge tackle there. Matty Rua with plenty of sting in that one. Kick downfield is an absolute perler for France. That will relieve some pressure. Modu Tony couldn't cut that one off.
Well, a couple of great plays there. That tackle. That's how you tackle. That's technique. Here it is here. Look at this. Take that, boys. And then the kick. The big kick, Bonke. He's got more boot than a Falcon. And boy, he just smashed it down the other end.
He's got to be one of the biggest kickers I've seen for a long time. He consistently puts it 50 metres on the fly, and in these conditions it skids along a lot further than that.
So it's a 40-20. France have got the ball. It comes straight away to Fraysanu, and they shift it to Banke. Now it comes to Ulez. Ulez can't get away. Good tackle there from Farfeli. Inside pass going upfield now is Jumpy. Carrasco a dummy half. It goes to Devashy. He links up with a ball carrier there in Talek. 10 metres out France, looking for their first try. Now it comes across to Dulac. He keeps it alive. Banke. Constructive play from the French. 5 metres out. Will they get over the whitewash? From dummy half goes Big Artie Sheed. He's repelled. Last tackle coming up for France. Carrasco a dummy half. It goes to Banke. The grubber into the end goal, and cleaning up for the Kiwis is Motu Tony.
Very constructive from the French. Big Artie Sheed, the Kiwi, almost scoring against his countrymen. He's been very impressive, Sheed. Tonight, in a quick dropout from the Kiwis, they want to keep this French side on the move.
And a very quick dropout and a very effective one too. France 35 out from their own line with a long run-up field required to get them back to where they were. And the big hits just keep on coming. Jerry Siu rolling up the sleeves, and Rua certainly making his presence felt. Matty Rua getting the real shot on him there, but they've come up with a mistake, France. Very slippery ball. In fact, we've had a lot of rain here in the city of Sales leading up to this game.
He's been outstanding defence, Matt Rua. I think he's a bit angry they didn't make the starting lineup.
Well, he did start against the French at Weldon Road in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, so perhaps a point to prove for Matty Rua.
Up one. Back up, big fella.
And speak of the devil, there he is.
He's not the biggest player either, as one slipped out the back. But as we referred to before, well, we don't agree with that, Timmy Manda. But Matty Rua, yes, he's not the biggest second row running round. For you people out there, his technique is spot on.
Pat on the back there from the new captain.
We bend together.
Matty Rua looking to push the pass. So France, once again, have got it from the scrum. And they go across to Cornu. Gilles Cornu. A couple of metres New Zealand side of halfway. Gagliazzo.
On the line.
Carrasco a dummy half. Finds a runner in Talek. Now they come the left side. Devashy. Good ball across to Dulac, but it went forward well from up here. It looked okay. Timmy Manda thought otherwise.
Timmy Manda just squaring up the books here. And this French side does have a bit of structure to its play. Peter Mulholland, the ex-Paris Saint-Germain coach. Yes, that's just gone forward. Is there plenty to do with this French side? When they do get the ball, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, the French have certainly got plenty of brain power behind their side. Peter Mulholland and Taz Batiri, the international journeyman that he is, former French national coach, assisting Gilles Dumas. in trying to get this French side back to where they were in the 50s and 60s when they were number one. Look at those offload stats, 23-4 favouring the Kiwis, but now they lose the ball, New Zealand, and bringing it away is Dulac. He fires the pass away. Oh, huge tackle, great tackle, forced the mistake, and away the Kiwis go. Biolecki got it back to Kearney. New Zealand now on the transition, looking very impressive.
Well, it's young Gig still struggling a bit as the Kiwis press forward. Joe's out, plenty of numbers on the right.
They come the right, Beetham gives it on to Torpy, Farfairley looking to step in field, now he's going to go over the sideline. Good defence from France.
No. Excellent. No trouble.
Well, if you saw Matty Rua, what a great hit by Mealy. Used the time the ball was in the air to come in off his wing and crunch. Look at that. The poor Frenchman didn't see him coming.
Well, he can play in the forwards, Francis Malley. If he keeps that up, he will be playing in the Pigs.
Wait, mate. Don't come down. I want their second rowers in. No. Wait. We'll wait for you, mate. We're going to wait for him.
Richard Swain a little bit anxious there, perhaps fearing he won't get the head in. Anyway, France have got it.
Play it on one.
18 minutes to go here at Ericsson Stadium as Guglielmo goes upfield. Again, Rua affecting the tackle.
Matt, you're going too early, mate. On three. That's Matt. Don't argue with me. I'm not flying, do you? Jeez.
30 out from their own line, France. More heavy stuff on the tourists. This time on the receiving end, Artie Sheed. Barnkay looking to get that long-range kicking game back on. This time it's not so effective. Farfairley's got it. Flirts with the sideline. Oh, a real mess there from Torpy. Lucky play there for the Kiwis. Jones was back there to dive on the loose ball.
On two.
Well, it's heart attack stuff from the young Kiwi outside backs. But no, they've got away with the share and they can do plenty of things with it. That time, just a few nervous things for Stacey Jones. He had to get back and cover it up with him.
Now Loatiti.
1-4. Come back with me.
35 out from his own line. They go the right side. In fact, Swain will kick from dummy half. And in good field position is Barnkay. And a reception committee to greet him. He plays it back. Luckily for France, Giga got there in the nick of time. Cornu. The rain continuing to fall here at Ericsson. Fraysanu, nowhere to go. Now they come the left side. Kick downfield. Again, Barnkay doing the honours. And his teammates will love that. He finds touch. A breather coming up for France here with 16 to go.
Oh, a breather all right, and it was welcome all around. Well, it'll be a good night in Bon Nui. These Frenchmen, they'll sleep well tonight. Bonko, what a game he's had, but the tackling led by Matty Rua and then Mealy. They're going to be sore boys tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think they will be sleeping well tonight, Daryl. They won't be able to lie down, some of these blokes. But they've stuck to their guns, and all in all, keeping this Kiwi side at 26 points hasn't been a bad effort so far.
And Tia, that rain is really starting to pelt down now.
Rain really is coming down, and it's a good thing that the Kiwi bench really has been superb this afternoon. Monty Beetham in particular, you made reference to Matty Rua. He's been outstanding, and Ruben Wiki looks like he's about to reappear onto the field for some more fine action that he's had in this match also.
Kalis struggling with the French defence there. Good defence it was from Gail Talek. Kalis not happy with the tackle of the French back rower. Jones with the kick away downfield. And Farfairley leading a chase. Barnkay looking to get away from Henry Farfairley, but the winger sticks to him like glue. And these French players, they are ambling back on side. A jinking run there from Michael van Schnick. Born in Belgium, playing for France. Gagliazzo, an accountant by profession. Perhaps he'd swap some of that number crunching for some crunching of Kiwis. 10 metres short of halfway, France.
You play it next time.
26-0 at the moment. It was 20-0 at half-time. The kick downfield.
Offside 5.
Far Fairley picks it up on his own 20-metre line.
Play it.
5 tries to 0 thus far. Motu Tony from dummy half. Goes back the other way.
2.
11 short of halfway. No penalty forthcoming as Lower Titi spots an opening up to halfway. Good tackle there from Sheed. Now Swain from dummy half. Big gap up the guts. He's got support. Put the glasses down. Stacey Jones is back in town. The number 7 supporting the ball carrier, and he reaps the rewards. It's 30-0, kick to come.
Yeah, and it was beautiful work too, Costo. He did everything right. As soon as he saw Swain take off down the middle, he positioned himself beautifully. He outpaced the cover. Watch this. Hello, I'm off. Swain's got a gap. Here's a try for me. Put himself in position perfectly. Swain did the right thing. They haven't done that too well today, the Kiwis. But Swain got the draw and pass right, and Stacey over for another one.
Good work there. Built on the back of a great run by Ali Lautiti, then a quick play the ball. And look at Stacey Jones from 10 yards back there. He stepped on the pace, went around the Frenchman, put it under the post. That's good, simple football.
And a simple kick coming up for Lavia. Again, he does the job. In fact, it was Stacey Jones getting into position now. 32-0. It's all New Zealand here at Ericsson.
Yeah, some great work here. Just a clean break from Richard Swain in the acting half area. Stacey Jones, who never played the last time the Kiwis played France in Weldon Road at the World Cup. Dots down, really is superb. Also interesting from that game in the World Cup, in the last 15 minutes of that match, nobody scored in that game. I think that's going to be a different story. I think we can expect to see at least another couple of tries in this match this afternoon.
They are certainly rocking here at Ericsson. And they'd be fairly satisfied with their efforts today. Matty Rua especially. 8 tackles, but haven't they been punishing?
Look at his shoulders. They're about 4 foot wide each.
Another restart for France. Hint of offside there, but Manda says play on. Lauatiti, as Daryl said, set the platform for that incisive run by Swain. Yeah. Now it comes to Wiki, taken by Talek. Kalis. Taken 10 metres short of halfway. And the rain again pelting down here at Ericsson. Kick downfield, turns the French around once more. Just over 11 minutes to go. This is Van Schnick. And I'll tell you what, that jersey won't be clean if he keeps that up. And the French continuing to get collared here. Good tackle there from Kearney.
They're good. On 3, get your boat to stand straight.
And some of these French players, you suspect there could be a white flag being hoisted because you could throw a cast net over some of them. Full time can't come soon enough for them. Jumpy. Still going, got a pass away. And Selma.
Okay, last one.
Last tackle coming up for the tourists. They come the blind side and they'll kick for touch. Well, that'll do one thing. It'll chew up the clock.
Certainly chew up the clock all right, and one of their best performers, our man Bonke, having left the field. Been a big player for the French, and they'll miss him sorely in this last 10 minutes.
Rollies are certainly up here at Ericsson at 32-0.
Wait. Bend your back.
Getting ready to come back on is Romain Saw.
Okay.
Set move from the scrum base. Henry Perinara.
Come back. That doesn't sound like a French accent to me.
Going forward is Wiki. Loses the ball. Knock on. Well, I thought he went backwards for a moment, but Timmy Manda doesn't agree.
Well, I think the fact that the ball was propelled backwards from a French hand, so he's initially lost control.
Bend your backs, bend
But he's had a good game today, Ruben. Very solid in defence as usual.
Hold in there, Henry.
And continuing his fine form from the Raiders as well.
Up, one. Bring him back.
David Bialecki affecting the tackle there on his opposite centre, Cornu. And again, the ball goes loose and starting to get very sloppy here. Pretty tough in these conditions. Knock on both ways is the call from Timmy Mander. It's the first knock on. And just to make things worse.
When if the Frenchman was clean bowled in the first half, there Willie Talau's gone straight through to the keeper as well.
Scrum forms on halfway. Kiwis have got it. Pass from Jones to Melly, not ideal, but Francis Melly goes backwards. Now he straightens it up. And he links up with David Bialecki. He's got support. Torby's away. Farfairly looking for the ball. There is a knock on. France have got it. And away comes Sylvain Ulez.
Well, Dulac there just getting a hand in the way of a Clinton Torby pass. Francis Millie did very well there, looping the field in an arching run and putting, I think it was Monty Beetham away, and they managed to make some plenty of ground to the side, just letting themselves down with that final pass.
Gagliazzo playing it back, and France have some weary players out there. They've had to do a lot of tackling. They've conceded 2 tries in the second stanza, and we have 8 minutes to go. Farfairly getting back there for New Zealand. Links up with Bialecki, who's gone back to fullback.
Okay, player one, David, stand up, mate. Hold it.
Henry goes for a gallop from dummy half. Taken by Gagliazzo.
Make a square. No.
Kearney's got it. Used a couple of French players in that quarter-final of the World Cup as a speed bump. Tonight they've aimed up on him, but he did score a try in that first half. Chip over the top. They can't regather the Kiwis. France have got it once more. Wiki affecting the tackle, lucky not to concede the penalty. Van Schnick, number 17, rounded up there. And a penalty here to France for the flop. There was the chip over the top, not coming off for New Zealand. And a penalty here for the visitors. Beetham getting ready to come back on. Scored one of the 4 tries in that first half.
Yeah, the tackle made there into Cecil Lavia, just trying to slow the ball down a little bit. But he's another player who's done very well, considering he's been playing most of his football lately up in Brisbane, unable to make the Melbourne Storm first grade side.
Yeah, to Cecil Lavia, Dally M Rookie of the Year last season. And looking to really make his presence felt this afternoon.
On 2.
Sheed's got it for France. Wolf's a dummy half. Set move here from the visitors. They're up to halfway. Talak has it. Wolf finds support. And the pass on the inside is okay for Dulac. Fabian Devashy looking to work a miracle here to get him over the try line. Bialecki at the back for the Kiwis. And he's mowed down 20 metres out from his own line. The rain still pelting down here at Ericsson. Lavia on the inside to Willie Talau. Taken by Cornu on the far side of the field. Lavia. Loatiti. Chopped down there by Romain Saw. 10 metres short of halfway. Kearney's got it. Spins out of the tackle.
On 4, stand up.
Couple of metres short of halfway. Perenara, former Warrior. That pass went forward. And, well, the Kiwis really giving France possession there. And bringing it back is Ulez. Just over 5 to go in this anniversary test match. Van Schnick across field. Easy play there for the Kiwi defence.
5 to go in very, very gloomy conditions here at Ericsson. What you make of this game as we wind it down here, Gary Freeman, he'll be happy with certain parts of the game. This is a big lead up to a big test against the Australians in Wellington this year, and we've still got plenty of work to do. As the French move it wide here, and big Artie Sheed, he's been right in amongst it.
That's back.
Play on, says Manda. Devashee's got it. Links up with Ulez. Good tackle there. Beautiful tackle, Ruben Wiki. Copybook stuff there from the number 11. Carrasco goes forward, taken by his opposite, Perenara. 29 out front. They work the blind side. Devashee puts a kick through. Coming through is Dulac. Wiki, in fact it's Violecki at the back. Cleaning up for the Kiwis once more. Farfairly from dummy half.
Well, I think Gary Freeman will be happy, though, with the performance of his debutants. They've all been fairly strong. As the Kiwis get a penalty there from a rake. But they've all been fairly strong, probably played within themselves. And I'm sure as they grow in experience with this test match and also get to know their coach a bit better, we'll really see this Kiwi side take shape.
Daryl and Tony, I guess, of all the debuts, if you're looking at heading into a test match against Australia, well, Francis Melly, for mine, certainly put his hand up as one of the players that looks like he could go that new level.
Kalis. Less than 3.5 to go. It is 32-0. Jones. Wiki back to Jones. Now it comes across to Lavia. And he's put away by Gail Talek.
Come back.
He certainly had a dig this afternoon for France. Wiki. 2 tackles remaining on this set. They come the right side. Lavia to Jones. Jones holding up the pass. Knocked down by a Frenchman. It should be 6 to go. It was certainly played at it from where we sit.
Come on.
Last tackle. Torpy from dummy half. Torpy loses the ball on the last. It will be a turnover.
Well, the idea was right from Torpy. Stacey Jones was madly calling for the ball on the left-hand side. Most of the defence went that way. He took it on himself to try and get the try line. And in the end, his hands let him down. And the French take it back up on their own 10-metre line.
It's a good pick-up from Torpy. But the mistake was forced.
Wait for it here.
They've been trying for 78 minutes, France. Especially this man, Van Kay, but they still haven't posted any points. And the Kiwis, they are relentless. Just ask Artie Sheed. Again, the clearing kick from Devashee, and it doesn't go too far, and here's trouble. Malley bumps off one, now he straightens it, looking to bulldoze his way upfield, block-busting winger. No Vainicolo this afternoon, but Malley has certainly stepped up. Big Leslie, of course, injured. Jones, cross to Perenara. Has a second go. Bit of a swinging arm in the tackle from Dulac. Play on, says Manda. Pass comes across to Loatiti. He holds the pass up for nobody. Jones on the inside gives it to Violecki. Promotes the ball for Lavia. They should score on the far side. Willie Talau for try number 2. He's over. Talau gets a double in the rain here at Ericsson. And New Zealand, this has been one hell of a romp. It's 36-0, kick to come.
Just sheer weight of possession and numbers as we see the ball sped right across the field. The finishing touches will be applied shortly by Willie Talau as the ball's pumped back here. Good timely pass was during the defender, and like we said before in the first half, Willie Talau, when he gets that close, he doesn't need anyone on the outside, he can do it himself.
I'll give the French credit here, though. Like you said, they've had a lot of possession against them. Even in this position here, they get numbers across. Willie Talau's taken in a tackle. They've played the slide very well. You get that much possession that the Kiwis have, you're going to go over eventually.
Willie Talau scored the first try, and he scored the last. Lavia, 4 from 6 today. This one, his toughest of the afternoon. And it's well, I was going to say, those touches gave me a bum steer. Waved away, it doesn't matter. Talau and his teammates can celebrate. They've done the job on France. Not their biggest win over the French, but still an impressive scoreline in these conditions especially. 36-0 the Kiwis over the French.